All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, and today I am back with another video here. And the Flyers season is dwindling down. 3 games left. Tonight was game 79 against the New York Islanders. Flyers fall 4-0. Their 6th straight loss. Really good start to this game. Really good first period. Second period was just bad. Third period was the third period, and the Flyers, as my watch is going off, the Flyers, they didn't really have their best stuff tonight. Early in the game, you have the Tippett breakaway. You had a couple chances out of the first few minutes, but outside of that, it was kind of quiet. Again, for this game, right? I mean, Carter Hart gets pulled, and I didn't think Hart. I didn't really understand. I still don't really understand why Hart was pulled. I thought each of the goals, the first one, the flex off of Van Riemsdyk from the point. The second one is a long stretch pass that could have been avoided. It wasn't an easy shot, but savable. I think so. But Brock Nelson's very good at doing that. And the third one, again, breakdown in coverage, and then it's a total snipe right past Hart. I mean, none of these goals really had the best defensive coverage, because the first one, the Flyers were kind of stuck in their own zone for a little bit. So really, I don't really think any of these goals are, blame the goalie territory, to be honest, where it's solely on Carter Hart. I think there were other reasons to why the puck ended up going into the net, and he gets pulled, and he obviously doesn't agree with it. He said it post game, and for me, I don't get it. I mean, if it's sending a message, which I don't really understand, because Torts has talked about all year that he doesn't really watch the goalies. He doesn't know that much about it, or, in that nature, that he's kind of stayed away from that. And he said that since training camp. And the other thing, too, is how many times this year has he said Carter Hart's been, really important for us, really good for us. He's, he was the reason we won the game type thing. I don't think this gives Carter Hart the best feeling going into the offseason. I hope it doesn't change, and I hope Hart starts tomorrow. I don't understand why he wouldn't. Again, a back-to-back. He's done it before. He's been used a lot this year. Torts has shown that he hasn't really been able to have much faith in Felix Sandstrom, so why would you start him against the Boston Bruins, who are chasing history? That I don't know. So my guess is Carter Hart would be in net, but I will say I still don't understand it, and I hope it doesn't lead into anything, going into the offseason, because that could just leave a bad taste in everybody's mouth if it were to continue and say Hart doesn't play. Now, Tony DeAngelo didn't play as well, and DeAngelo, he had a pretty rough game in St. Louis specifically the one goal, the fourth goal actually got waved off, and then the Blues would add another, obviously, to make it 4-0 at that point, or it ended up not getting taken away. Flyers obviously did come back, but they did add a fourth one later on, which made it 4-2. Excuse me. But anyway, you get my point. That wasn't the best showing for DeAngelo. He hasn't played since Torts has come back. I don't know if there's been something that Torts saw from above that was just like, no, you're not playing. I personally thought Kevin Hayes was worse in that, and I didn't think DeAngelo had his best game, but I don't think there was a reason for him to get sat. I don't know if anything happened behind the scenes or what, but my thing is this. You have 3 games left. The Boston Bruins are coming in here tomorrow on Easter Sunday, and the Bruins are going to be chasing history, so they're going to be pumped, and the Flyers have already gotten pumped by them before this season in Boston. So I wouldn't try to make this any worse, unless he's trying to send a message that they play out of their minds tomorrow. I really would love a win tomorrow against the Bruins, and make them not make history against us, to be one of the or really the best team ever with as many wins in a season. Tied the 95-96 Red Wings and the 18-19 Lightning in wins with 62. If they win one of these next 3 games, they're the Bruins are going to break that record. So I would like that not to happen against the Flyers, but I think that not happening is like a 5% chance. So we'll see what happens. Again, I don't expect much really changes for tomorrow. Again, it was a good first period. Couldn't really get much going. I mean, again, at this point, I'm really just looking to see more consistency. I'd like to see some points kind of added up, because after Boston, you have Columbus and you have Chicago, two teams that you've been able to beat up on a little bit. More specifically, Columbus. Chicago, the Flyers struggle with a little bit, but they've really dipped since then. So, I think you could pencil those games down as wins, and if the Flyers can kind of start scoring a little more, that would be nice, because on this trip they got outscored 16-5. So we'll see what happens. But thanks everybody so much for all the support. Remember to hit that subscribe button down below, and stay tuned for the podcast this week. Happy Easter to all those who celebrate. And thanks everybody so much for all the support, and I'll talk to you all again soon.